Everybody, this is Kagato, and I am the final boss, and I hope you all love videos that are chock full of excuses, because that is exactly what you're getting today. No, not really excuses. It more so, life just happens so quickly, and you all need to know exactly what's going on, and as to why a lot of things that I said were going to happen are not happening. And the biggest thing has essentially been that, as you can tell, we've moved. We are now, Bun and I, in our own apartment. But the thing about that is that how quickly it happened, and on top of everything else that's been going on. So, as you all know, I'm going through the spousal sponsorship with Bun so I can become a dual citizen, American and Canadian, and which will allow me to live up here permanently and legally, and also work up here permanently and legally. However, that's been a process. That has required lots of meetings. That's required a lot of appointments. That's been requiring a lot of, we'll say, biometrics and physicals and all kinds of things that require me to take time out of my day to go to a place, pay money, they do a thing, and then they send it off to the Canadian government, and then they say whether or not I'm okay. We're nearing the end of that, though. We have now been given approval in principle, which essentially means that I am good across the board with everything that we've given them, with the exception that I still need to have my biometrics, which is to, make sure that I'm not a criminal, as well as a physical done to make sure that I'm not bringing in any dangerous diseases, which neither of those are true. So now it's just playing the waiting game for them to eventually get to me, be like, okay, yeah, everything checks out, you're good. So this could take months, unfortunately. We're hoping that things will go quickly. But, on the other hand, things have been going quickly in other ways. And that's what the big issue is right now. Because during this whole immigration process, Bun and I have applied for an apartment. We were approved almost immediately, which meant that we had to drop all of our plans, all of them, and focus on packing and preparing to move, which we had to do within 2 weeks. So we even had to get her family involved, and we didn't even know what we were supposed to do because communication with the apartment building has been fine, but the way that they type out their emails, it's very much very unprofessional. It's very personal. So it's almost like you're sending a professional email and they respond to you like shorthand text speak. So I didn't get all the details as rapidly as I wanted to, which has caused a situation where we have to move fast, but we don't know how to start or where to go. So we spent just a couple of weeks just doing nothing but planning and packing and whatever we could. And that also included how we were going to take everything up to Edmonton. Because we were in Calgary, now we're in Edmonton. So what the plan was for me to use my truck, my Ridgeline truck, and haul a U-Haul behind it. So instead of actually driving a big truck, I'd be using my truck to haul a trailer. That's fine, whatever. No, not that easy, because apparently everything that could have gotten in my way got in my way when it came to this thing. So first, I was under the impression that U-Haul would supply a hitch if I didn't have one. Apparently not all U-Hauls do that. So the one that I went to did not supply it. So I had to take time and go down to a store, buy a hitch, find out if it's even the right hitch, attach the damn thing, which I've never done before. Thankfully, it was super easy. Cut my hand up in the process. My hand, I feel like Ethan goddamn Winters because this hand has gone through some shit over the past month. So I get all of that connected. I go back to the U-Haul. We get everything connected. And now we have to find out, oh, wait, do the lights work? I have a hitch kit on my truck when I bought it. Here's the plug. Let's plug it in. Nope. It does not work. So now we have to figure out, okay, well, maybe it's a bad wire. We took a look at it. Yeah, it's a bad wire. So no problem. We'll just remove it and put a new one in. They have one, surprisingly. So let's just attach that one. Great. Oh, wait. This is done differently than how they do it in Canada. So I can't just detach it. My cabling is actually deep inside the truck in a way that nobody can get to it. I have to take it to a shop and have them actually go in there, remove it, and repair it or replace it. So we have to leave the next day because when you rent a U-Haul, you rent it for a certain amount of days. And the plan was rent it the day of packing into the truck, drive up there the next day, stay overnight at a hotel, and then the following morning we unload. 2 days, that's how much they were giving us. Perfect. This was a problem. So, unfortunately, there were no other solutions other than to quite literally drive a U-Haul up there. That's fine. Only what the hell am I going to do with my truck? So, thankfully, we got things situated where I'm driving a U-Haul for the first time, and my brother-in-law, Bun's brother, is driving my truck, and then her mom is following us behind the two trucks. So, because the plan was to just have them help a little bit and then that's it, now they have to leave a day earlier just to help us, because they were originally going to just drive up on the day that we move in, help us out, and then drive back. It's a 2.5 hour drive, so it's not far necessarily, but that's still a lot of time. But this has, because of the truck situation, I ended up paying for their room in a hotel for their troubles. So finally we get here and we unload, and it is super fast. But then the new stuff happens. And when I say the new stuff, it's nothing necessarily bad. It's just the realization. And when I say realization, I mean I did not expect things to be this hard getting ready. We got the office all set up, technically, the computer desk and everything. I still need to clean things up. There's a big wire spaghetti mess down here. I need to do some organization. But we have no furniture. We barely have a bed. So, quite literally, we came to the realization that we are in this apartment, but we have nothing to live with. So for the past several weeks, we have been going out almost every single day, trying to find furniture, find appliances, find anything that we could possibly need to live. And it's only just recently, this past week, where we were able to sit down, look around, and be like, okay, we have the bare bones skeleton of a livable apartment. We have a bedroom with a bed and some lamps and end tables, and that's it. There's nothing on the walls. It is very, very basic. My office that I'm in right now, that's already set up, but it is a disaster zone. You can't see it because it's all on the floor. We have boxes on top of boxes on top of boxes. So much packaging of things that we're trying to put together. We have to get the furniture and we have to put it together ourselves. We could hire somebody to do it, but we're trying to save money, so we're putting things together ourselves. We are going and using my Ridgeline to haul things up, thinking, oh, my Ridgeline should be enough. No, apparently they're packing things in boxes so goddamn huge that even my Ridgeline cannot haul something perfectly flat on the truck bed. No, we have a console unit to sit a TV on in a box that is so big it is hanging off of the door of the truck. So here I am strapping it down, realizing that I don't even have the correct straps to properly strap this down. So we're going along a very bumpy pothole-filled road just to go to Home Depot, just so I can actually get proper straps for this thing. And that's going to come back in a moment, because I was able to strap this thing down, get it back. This thing is super heavy as hell. We get it in, finally put it together. Great. Now, let's put our TV on there. Oh, wait, the TV that we brought from home doesn't have feet on it. It's only made to mount, so we have to get legs for this thing. But I find a deal on a huge TV. I figured, you know what? I'm going for it. I want something nice. Great. Let's get this big TV. A 77-inch OLED from LG. This thing is huge. And it was a display unit at a place here called London Drugs, and it had about 2,000 hours already of time viewing it, but it had no burn-in, no problems. It was in great condition, and it was $1,000 off. So I'm thinking, why not? Let's go for it. I want something nice. We want a big cinema type of experience. Let's get it. The damn thing is too big to fit in anywhere on this truck. This thing, we were told, do not lay it flat. It must be up on its end. That ain't going to happen. That can't fit in this truck. So we convinced the two guys that were loading it up to just lay it flat. We were going to drive slowly. Great. So let me just tether all the things down. Wait a minute. I don't have anything long enough to go all the way around and tether this giant ass box, because the door to my Ridgeline cannot close with this thing, because otherwise it's going to be laying at a diagonal, which is not good when we're driving down a road and it's bumping around. It could possibly crack, because I was an idiot and thought, oh, 77-inch TV, box can't be that big. The box was big. It's too huge, bigger than the fucking bed of the truck. So thankfully it was just wide enough to lay flat on the truck bed and just long enough to not actually fall off, as long as the truck door was down, adding to the length of the bed. So at least it was good that way. But now I had no means of actually tethering it, because all that I had were a bunch of bungee cables of different sizes and lengths, and not a single one of them was good enough to reach all the way down to a hook or latch to keep it safe, unless I link them together. That's not safe. So once again, I'm going over to Home Depot and I'm finding these big ratchet style bands, spending 25 bucks on that. One of them is not even working out of the box, so I didn't even get a proper product, but at the very least, two of them were working okay. I think a third one's still fine. I managed to get all this locked in, and now we're driving at like 20 kilometers an hour all the way back home here, just to try and make sure that this thing is not broken. We get it inside, and I'm too exhausted. I cannot mess with this thing. So 2 days go by before we finally tackle the TV. Thankfully it worked. Nothing is broken. It is up. It is beautiful. But that box, that fucking box, packaging in general has been the bane of Bun and I since we've been here, because we started with nothing. You have to understand, we started with nothing. Bun had her stuff in her room, sure, but that was a bunch of her stuff. I had almost nothing. I had a desk, a computer, everything, but no furniture, because all the furniture that I would use all my stuff, displays, everything, is still in the States. Because when my father passed away and we cleared out everything from his house and put it into storage, it's still there in storage in North Carolina. So we had nothing. So we have to get stuff because I can't go down to the States to get this stuff until I get approved by the government. So I am playing the waiting game, but we're already here. It's like, okay, here you go. Here's your apartment right now. Aren't you going to wait like maybe a month or so? Go through a couple of, nope, you get the apartment right now. Okay, we have to move to the apartment right now. We don't have anything because everything's still in the States. I can't go to the States to get it because I'm not approved yet. So we have been spending almost every week since we've been here. We're on what, week 3? Just trying to make this place into a home. We have gone out almost every single day. We have been getting furniture, assembling furniture, carrying furniture, walking around, looking at furniture, and not even furniture, just anything. Appliances, cookingware, everything that you would need to live. Grocery shopping on top of just general everyday shopping. And then on top of that, we're still having to deal with all this packaging because my God, any package that I find that has the egg crate style packaging in there, I'm so happy because I'm so sick of styrofoam. The console unit that we put together had so much brittle styrofoam as its packaging that there were flakes and bits of styrofoam all over the place. We had to go the next day just to get a vacuum just so we can clean it up so we're not tracking in styrofoam everywhere. So we've been having to make a lot of decisions fast. And finally, we have all the dishes, appliances, and everything. I can actually cook in there now. Yesterday, I intended to make this video. Yesterday, but I couldn't. And you want to know why? Because I was an idiot and I did a terrible thing and spilled oil all over the kitchen. We have a small deep fryer. This deep fryer is great. It has a small plastic reservoir to filter out oil so you can clean out any kind of bits and stuff that got into the oil, essentially making it relatively clean to use for a little bit longer or to at least store it. My idiot self didn't realize that this plastic container could open 2 ways. I knew it had a knob that I could open up to pour out oil into a funnel to put it into something or for easy cleaning. No, I didn't realize that the whole fucking plastic top could come off. So when I pulled it out and tried to pour it into a container, the top came off. And not in the fun way. A gallon of oil splashes out onto the countertop into a crevice that's hard to get to without having to move the refrigerator and is pooling on the counter, on the floor, in the corner. I had 2 rolls of paper towels and that wasn't enough to clean it up. I didn't want to ruin bath towels, so I did the next best thing. We bought a big set of microfiber chamois for cleaning purposes. Every single one of those, I think it was like a pack of 10, every single one of those got used to sop up all of this oil, and it got thrown away. Because when I say sopping, I mean each one of these chamois, you could wring oil out into a splash on the floor. So 2 rolls of paper towels and 10 microfiber towels, all gone in the span of an hour and 15 minutes, which is how long it took me to clean this shit up. This has been our life for the past couple of weeks. We have been finding ourselves in a situation where we are doing our absolute best to just have a place to live and not have to worry about any bullshit. I am so tired every day that right around the time I would stream, I'm taking a nap. I am falling asleep in my chair. I have had Bun come and wake me up from this chair several times. I have a chair that's out in the living room. I've fallen asleep in that one for an hour to 2 hours. I am tired. I am so tired, and we still have more to do. We got a whiteboard out there that's got like a full list of things we still need to get just so this place looks and feels comfortable. And here we are with all this mess to clean up. We still have boxes. We still have things. We have an apartment, but we have more stuff than we do apartment. But not usable stuff. We're talking like just boxes, but we need to reuse these boxes. Like that giant TV, we need to keep that box because if we move again, which we're probably going to at some point in our lives, we need that box. So thankfully, we were able to take some time to go back down to Calgary, celebrate her brother's birthday, and then go to the storage unit that I had down there, take all the Halloween decorations, my summer tires, and all kinds of stuff, haul it, load it up into my truck, drive it all the way back up here. And for a few days, it was just sitting in there, taking up room until we got another storage unit. So now we're spending a couple of days loading up this new storage unit, which is bigger than my last one, which is good because we're going to have to put some more stuff in there because eventually we'll have to go down to the States once I get approved, pick up all this stuff, you haul it all the way back up here over the course of 5 to 6 days. Life is happening fast to me, guys, and I have no idea how to handle it except taking it one day at a time. So now that you know all the stuff that Bud and I have been dealing with, that is basically the explanation and unfortunately the excuses as to why streaming hasn't been happening, recording hasn't been happening, and sure enough, editing hasn't happened because I don't have the time. Because when I was in Calgary, we had everything there. We were able to spend days just sitting around doing nothing to the point where I'm like, you know what? I could actually start doing recording now. Hey, Persona 3 Reload's out. I could actually spend time on that one, which was what was happening. I was spending time. I was enjoying it. Now we're near the end of April, and my last upload was practically in the early part of March, right before all this happened. I was not expecting that. I was expecting me to have several episodes up by now. When that first episode of Persona went out, I saw my sub count go way up. That's the first time I got that many subs in a long time. Now, as a result of a lack of uploads, and the only content that's technically been going out has been live streams for not Persona and D&D, which apparently people don't seem to like me doing for whatever reason, because boy, that seems to be a channel killer for me right now. I'm considering getting a brand new channel just for D&D, but it has been so hard to get things done for my channel. This is now almost 2 months now that I've barely gotten anything done. This isn't the first time I've gone on hiatus, but this is the first time where I'm really angry at the fact that I have to be, because I'm either too busy or too tired. The only thing I'm able to guarantee is Sunday D&D, because we schedule around that for the sake of 8 people. And then we have the entire rest of the week for other things. So that will now lead us to the second part of this, which will be shorter. And that is hopefully an explanation of when things can hopefully get back to normal. I did not expect for this video to be this long already, but I figured that you all should know and at least hear the story and laugh with me. because I can't do anything but laugh at this whole situation and how rapidly life is coming fast. But I have to do more adulting now, considering the fact that I am now providing for myself and Bun. We are now paying rent, we are paying bills, we are buying our own groceries, I am cooking our meals, and I am the sole person that's working right now. I am considering getting a secondary part-time job or something to supplement my income for a little bit. Hopefully working with computers. And Bun is going to be getting back into work eventually as well. We are just trying to... For me, I can't do anything until I get approved by the government. And for her, she just needs to find a place. So that won't be happening anytime soon. What will be happening, hopefully soon, hopefully we are getting near the end of this clusterfuck of day after day going out, getting stuff, bringing it back, putting it together, being too tired to do anything, and then doing it again the next day where I'm passing out. But hopefully we'll be returning back to actual recording and editing for Persona. Because it seems like I just have trouble doing anything Persona related anymore. Unless it's a live stream. Live streams are easy to do because all I gotta do is just hop on camera and then just be there. Recording and editing takes so much time, but that's the stuff that I use to grow my channel. It did grow my channel until I stopped doing it, and then I watched the subscribers fall. So life came too fast, and I'm paying for it now, but hopefully I can get back on track. So Persona will be hopefully getting back on track. Let's see. It's near the end of April. I want to say as early as this week, but who knows? I'm going to say let's at least shoot for the beginning of May. I want to try and finish the game before the August DLC comes out, so at least that way I've got content leading up to that. So hopefully that'll get there. As far as streaming is concerned, it's been messy, but I should be able to get back to Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as long as I'm not overdoing it, because that is essentially what's happening. I'm overdoing it in life and getting tired and being like, I cannot get on camera because I will not be entertaining. I will just be literally sitting there and I cannot make jokes. I will actually fall asleep, which I've done before. I don't know if you guys have caught me before, but I have had micro sleeps while streaming on camera before, where I'm just like, I'm just holding forward and then like Cloud is just running up against the wall. I just go, and I wake up and I move and just say nothing about the whole situation. Act like I totally knew what I was doing. Yeah. No, I've fallen asleep. I've been too tired. So hopefully things will get back on track. We have a new bed, brand new bed, comfortable, allows my sleep to be better. So that's good. It's just getting on a right schedule. But rambling on that mess over, what you all want to hear, and I'll put a timestamp or a chapter in here leading up to this point, so if nobody else cares of what else, they just want to know what the progress is, this will be the point. So, chapter right here. Shooting for a return to Persona 3 Reload as late as the first week of May. Hopefully earlier than that, because we are starting to get things together fully. Returning to stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, with Final Fantasy VII being the focus, but Stellar Blade is coming out in a week from today or so. I will be doing Stellar Blade as well, because that seems to be a popular game that a lot of people are interested in, and I can't help but want to play it when Yoko Taro himself says he is jealous of Stellar Blade compared to Nier Automata, which is the game that Stellar Blade is compared to a lot. So I will be playing Stellar Blade on stream. As far as other projects that I have said that I'm going to try and do, such as Star Ocean 2 and the like, I'm just going to focus on what I can do and not plan too heavily. So right now, the only plans that I have are finishing up Persona, finishing up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, starting Stellar Blade, and when the game comes out in a couple of months, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, and focusing on the new story. That is all I've got planned right now. Well, no, one more thing. People have been really asking about me getting back into Yakuza again. So Yakuza Kiwami 2 should be coming at some point. Oh, there's also Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Bud and I have been playing that. We haven't played it for like a year now. I'll talk to her and see if she wants to get back into that. Because if so, I had a blast with that, and it'd be nice to play the remake. We'll see. But that's that. So, long story short, I am so sorry about how messy things have been, but things have been messy. And life has hit me fast, and I am gradually trying to adjust. But hopefully things are getting to a point where I can handle things now. So, that being said, when this video goes up, it should be a Saturday, so I am planning on streaming. Unless something bizarre happens. We will see. So, thank you all very much for your patience, those that are still here. Thank you all very much for your support. And I don't plan on going anywhere. I still want this channel to grow into something special, but I still need to figure out how on earth I'm going to do that when what I'm doing right now isn't really doing a lot as far as channel growth. So I'll take the time to figure that out, but other than that, I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing. So cross fingers that everything will be going smoothly here on out. Really smoothly, I hope. I got a lot of work to do. But at the very least, I'm now finding the time to be able to do it. So, with that, I will leave you all for now. This is Kageto. I am the Final Boss, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.